see you, Rachel.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to surprise you.
Crap, who's this? Is James here?
Just arrived.
Good timing. James, go ahead.
I messed up.
Scared.
What in the... I can't sense her presence at all.
Sorry if this is sudden, but would you two happen to be from an outside country?
Well,
Oh, wait. I guess it is Rune. So,
Yeah,
go ahead.
It wouldn't make sense for James to voice up. Yeah.
Oh no, they're looking at me really suspiciously right now. That's right. Where are my manners? My name is... Is... Rune! Sorry for surprising you like that. As an apologies, please let me show you around town.
really?
No.
Oh, I know. I'm just teasing.
Teasing someone with such an old-fashioned joke?
Trust me, I'm not anyone suspicious, really. You couldn't find anyone plainer and normaler. I'm like one of those extras in crowds and,
What is up with this girl? Thanks, but no thanks. You clearly have some hidden agenda. What are you really after?
I'm not after a single thing. I'm not going after you or anything at all, really. Just what the heck am I saying? Ugh. Oh. Well, okay. Me not having a single ulterior motive might be just a little bit of a lie. I suppose I'm just making myself look even more suspicious, huh?
That, and you've basically confessed to having an ulterior... Oh my god, I can't breathe.
I do, but it's nothing bad at all. Just that I was going to guide you around town and slowly get you to open up to me. Then I gently try to get some stories about the outside or something. A really totally harmless plot.
Is that it?
Ugh, they're staring daggers all over me. Just so you know, I'm not normally this awkward, really. So, if you could please stop staring at me so hideously, we could end this without my self-esteem taking a huge hit. I'd really appreciate that.
If you could just give us one moment.
Sure.
Maybe we should take her up on her offer, Ritona. She doesn't look like a bad person.
She certainly doesn't seem like she has any malicious intentions, but... that's not the only thing I can't sense. I can't even sense any life from her. What do you propose, milady?
Fidget.
If she's just showing us around town, why not? There's some other stuff we need to get too.
Understood. Let's see how it goes. If she starts getting too suspicious, we should depart from her as soon as possible.
What if she asks for our names?
Let's not use any pseudonyms to make sure that we don't end up being unable to respond when called. As long as we don't reveal our family names, it should be alright.
Got it!
Have you, made your decision?
Yeah, Rune, was it?
Yes, could you please not say it out loud? It's a little embarrassing. Maybe, I guess.
Would you like to call? I'm having a stroke. Oh my god. Would you like us to call you differently then?
Let's just go with Rune.
Alright! Nice to meet you, Rune!
Please. Enough of that joke.
Okay, let's get the tour started!
Sure thing. Just ask me anything. Anything you want. Wow, what a lovely smile. I wonder how old she is. Oh, your name's Selphine? What a wonderful name.
Why, thank you. I really like the name myself, so feel free to call me that.
People from other countries have such marvelous names. Could I have your name?
It's Ritona. Sorry for staring you down so much earlier. I do apologize.
No, not at all. There's no need to apologize to someone like me. Wow. Now that I have a better look at her, she's really beautiful too.
What is it?
Nothing. Just admiring how beautiful you two are. What in the heck am I even mouthing off about now?
Thank you. But you know, Rune, you're far prettier than I am. Really?
No way! You may say that, but you're way more beautiful than I could be, Selphine.
Really? That's not true at all now, is it, Ritona?
I'd prefer you not put me on the spot and make me choose between only yes and no. By the way, sorry to spring this on you so suddenly, but we're in need of a few things.
Ah, yes, you weren't able to find what you wanted at the pawn shop earlier, right?
The pawn shop? Rune, don't tell me you were there.
Yes, I, happened over here. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but there weren't any other customers, so I just ended up hearing it all.
She really does have no sense of life in her. This isn't exactly a good way to put it, but she's like a talking corpse.
So, what exactly are you looking for?
Ah, right. We need to make preparations for our long journey back home. A map, some water, rations, a number of other things.
Wow, you sure sound like travelers already. All right then. I know quite a lot of great shops, so I'll do my best and show you around.
Huh? Hey, wait, we need some sediment and clothes first.
Hey! Ritona! Hurry up! We're gonna go without you!
What the? How'd they?
We sure got quite a lot, didn't we, Ritona?
And we've kept well within our budget. We still have over 300 gallons left.
You know, actually, the townspeople here do a lot of favors and stuff. So, if there's anything else you need, feel free to let me know.
You aren't pressed for time or anything, Rune.
Oh, not at all. Today's my day off, so I'll be with you every step of the way. I'm the one who proposed the idea anyway. Please, don't hold back.
What now, Ritona? You've gotten just about everything we need, right?
No, we're missing some things.
Huh?
Have you forgotten our original plan?
Oh! Sediment and clothes. Right.
Well, whatever. Rune,
Yes?
are there any stores here that handle sediment?
Sediment, you say?
After having heard from the pawn shop owner, I think I have a fairly clear idea about how this whole area is like.
Well, I do know a place that has them. But when it comes to something as precious as sediment, I don't think I can get you any VIP discounts. It'll probably set you back quite a lot.
Not an issue. Just showing us the way would be more than enough.
She's right. You've already helped us out so much. We feel bad for asking for even more from you.
Is that so? All right then. Well then, I guess I'll just help a little bit. Please, follow me.
David, you be the clerk today.
Welcome! Oh my. A trio of lovely ladies today? What a surprise!
Hello.
Good day to you. What may I do for you today?
Is the manager here?
The manager, you say? Sorry, but I need to know what your business here is.
Well, you know.
Rune approached the salesperson and whispered in his ear. And suddenly,
Mr. Zevitz? I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
the salesperson's face turned pale and dashed into the back of the store.
Store manager Duck.
Forgive me for the delay. Even if that clerk didn't know any better, I apologize for his rudeness.
Oh no, he wasn't rude at all.
Mr. Zevitz, my goodness. He should have contacted us earlier. Then we could have prepared to welcome... Wait. Aren't you...
The manager inspects every detail on Rune's face.
Oh no, I'm here for a specific reason.
A specific reason? Like a surprise inspection?
The manager suddenly goes off on a tangent just by Rune mentioning a specific reason, but she quickly corrects him.
No, I'm not here for that. Not at all.
Just what is with this conversation?
I see now. So it's for your companions.
We didn't mean to raise a ruckus here. I apologize if we've caused you any trouble.
Oh no, not at all. Any friend of Sir Zevitz is as good as a business partner of ours.
Business partner?
Oh, Ritona. Yes, Ritona. You wanted some class 4, right?
Ah yes, you're looking for some sediment then. The class 4 sediment is somewhere in the storage. Please give me a moment. They've been fairly priced based on the current market value as well. Hey you! Get the sediment! Have the guards open storage A!
Understood.
Well ladies, instead of standing around here, why don't we head on inside to the VIP lounge?
VIP lounge?
Please, feel free to. Just pretend you're doing me a favor and letting me serve you to the fullest.
Uh-huh.
This sure turning into a pretty big deal, huh, Ritona?
Yeah.
I apologize for the long delay. Here are the cuts of Class 4 that you requested. I've also brought cuts of Class 3 to 1 as well. Please, take your time.
Thank you.
That's beautifully crafted pieces. Sure, the contents are even more valuable.
Let's see about that.
This is terrible. All of this sediment looks like nothing but plain old rock. Sediment can be divided into two general categories. One kind has slowly absorbed the mana present in the ground over a long period of time, natural sediment. It's practically just rock that's absorbed a mixture of all 5 kinds of mana: pyro, aqua, terra, aero, and void. The other kind is natural sediment, which has undergone a treatment process, allowing it to be filled with mana. These used in mana craft, also referred to as crafter sediment. When referring to sediment, it's usually the latter. Once filled with mana, crafter sediment is ranked according to how much of the mana stored inside remains unchanged. For a low-quality cut, such as a class 3 or 4, mana put into the stone will change into another kind, regardless of how pure it originally was. This is referred to as impurification. For example, even after filling a stone with 100% aqua mana, it might turn into an 80-20 mix of aqua and terra. Being exposed for a long time to the same type of mana will end up leaving it slightly aligned towards that type of mana. This makes achieving the required ratios for crafts harder, and no amount of processing will help, which is why the class is lower. Hence, it's common practice that Class 1 sediment is filled only with 100% purified mana when sold. Purified mana, not having any attribute, is the easiest to impurify. To prove that a cut of sediment is of a high level of purity, filling it with purified mana is the fastest way to go about it. The sediment that the store's manager referred to as Class 1 had some slight impurities in it. This would normally never be classified as Class 1. Probably closer to Class 2. Well, even putting all that pretentious monologue, not the best way to put it, but seeing this strange juxtaposition of exquisitely made cases like these stuffed with sediment with quality this poor, it's laughable. It's like stuffing a solid gold case with a pile of acorns that some child picked up off the ground. The only one worth anything seems to be this Class 3 cut. This appears to be the most true to the given class.
Ah, you have a keen eye for quality, miss. I would expect nothing less from an acquaintance of Mr. Jevitz.
Still, the commits on this cut are all so strange. Just how did they process it for it to become like this? Sediment is processed in such a way that when filled with mana, the mana can be retained without seeping out. This process is referred to it as a commit. The way it's tied off, so to speak, shows you the kind of character of whoever did the processing.
Wow, that's amazing, Ritona. You can tell just by looking?
Well, yes, to some extent. What's the price for this Class 3?
Oh, yes. Here are our rates.
Excuse me?
What?
This is on a totally different level.
Huh? Really? I think the prices are pretty normal, though.
I do believe these prices reflect the current market value.
Now I see what the owner of that pawn shop meant. With prices like these, there's no way any normal shop could deal with this product. This Class 2 here. What is with this strange commit? And the Class 3 and the Class 4, all of their commits are just...
Is there something wrong, ma'am?
No. Well, it seems like the same person formed the commits, but the way they're done is just... How should I explain it? It's complicated, I suppose. It's needlessly complex. Normally wouldn't seal them up like this. You need to remove the commit in order to use them, so common practice is to tie them off as simply as possible. Exceptions do exist, which are intentionally made complicated and difficult to use, however.
Oh my, such amazing insight. I'm truly in awe.
Is something the matter?
These are prototypes formed by the latest compressor on the market. Their selling point is that their mana compression rate is double that of the previous models. But the commit ended up being incredibly complex. The seal being so complicated to remove makes it more difficult to operate. We have taken that into consideration and lowered the prices accordingly. However, these sediments will not be used for a mana craft anyway. Most of our customers have mentioned that that aspect does not have to be recreated so faithfully. Unless you mean to say you don't plan on simply admiring these, but you intend to use them?
No,
What's the matter?
What exactly is a compressor?
Huh? Well, it's a device that extracts mana from the mana stream and compresses it into sediment.
A device? You mean to say these commits were created by a machine?
Well, yes. And what about it?
So these sediments were not filled by actual humans?
Ritona!
Oh my.
Oh, Ritona! That was a good one.
Oh.
What a provocative joke! Your delivery was just so realistic that I was completely taken aback. Real imported sediment for crafters' use is just far too great in value. And besides, in this day and age, you have all these rumors here and there.
You're totally right on the money.
Quite the avant-garde joke for a friend of the good sir. Dear me.
Good sir?
Oh no!
What?
Sorry, but we have to get going.
Huh?
Huh?
What seems to be the matter?
I'm so sorry, but I remembered we have an urgent errand to run. Anyway, if you'll excuse us.
Hey, wait!
What was that all of a sudden?
What a scare! The second time today.
Sorry, but the manager is pretty perceptive.
Perceptive?
Oh, it's nothing. Just talking to myself. Please, don't mind what I said at all. In any case... Oh, so sorry.
In any case, Rune, there must have been a better way to change the topic of conversation.
Well, yeah, but I'm just not really good when it comes to that kind of stuff.
So you're the type who can't tell a lie. You're a real enigma, you know that?
Enigmatic? I sure hope you didn't mean enigmatic in a bad way.
Sediment was just far too expensive. And how could we possibly buy some milk?
I apologize for that. I should have asked you about your budget beforehand.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. There's nothing for you to apologize for at all.
She's right. We're the ones imposing on you.
But honestly, if that's expensive for you, then I don't think you'll be able to get any sediment anywhere in town. When he said he studied the market for the prices, he was pretty right on the money.
Is that so? This is a problem. I hope Selphine and I don't end up getting separated then.
Anyway, putting that aside, Rune, do you mind if I ask you something?
Yes?
Wherever we go, everyone seems to know who you are. Are you some kind of celebrity in town or something?
Huh?
I've noticed that too. The salesperson and manager immediately treated us differently after seeing you and hearing who you are.
Are you from a well-to-do household here?
Oh, no, not at all. Well, it's just the work that I do is a little special. Rather, it's not something I'd like to talk about, and it's a pretty unique way of making a living in this place.
Special work that you'd rather not talk about with others. So, I'm guessing you're a prostitute?
No, not even close. Heck, how did you even come to that conclusion in the first place?
Huh? Well, it was just the person that came to mind. Hey, Ritona, are you okay?
I'm choking on my own saliva.
Good grief, the way you managed to make the connection just because of the word unique makes you even more unique.
Well, in any case, the sun's about to set.
That's right. You wanted to hear about what it's like outside, didn't you?
What, milady?
Huh? Oh, but we still haven't finished all your shopping.
Once we get the last thing on the list, clothes, then we can go have some dinner. If you don't mind, then we can have it together, and I'll tell you all sorts of stories all over that. Hey, you don't mind, do you, Ritona?
Huh? No, I don't.
Are you serious? Really? I wouldn't want to intrude or anything.
Of course you would. It was just a promise between friends, right?
Huh?
Come on, Ritona, let's go!
Huh? Okay.
Friends.
There's a signboard hung up. There's a signboard hung up at the front of the clothier. It reads, Crewley's Apparel. Glad to be closed.
You're glad to be closed, it seems.
So they are. The sign sure gets on my nerves. Still, it's a little too early to be closing up shop, isn't it?
I'm sorry, we should have come here earlier.
The stares from everyone around us as we were shopping were becoming too difficult to bear. We simply just stand out too much. There isn't a single person in town wearing a cloak. A black cloak is a necessity for a mana crafter, and is generally part of most formal wear outfits. Furthermore, what I'm wearing now identifies me as a royal guardian, the most formal of such outfits. And Selphine is wearing a peach-colored dress. It really sticks out. Certainly what a princess would dress with.
Be alright for another night. Once we get to an inn, you can just scrub the clothes clean.
Laundry is one thing, but I'd really like to take a nice, hot bath. We didn't sleep outdoors last night, after all.
What should we do? Should we head to the inn first?
No, there should be a lot of places to eat just nearby, right? It'll be a hassle to head back here anyway, so let's just have some food first.
Yay!
Yay, so she says. We sure are excited, Selphine.
So excited to try another country's cuisine!
I was about to ask if she'd forgotten that we were swept away from our own country, but I restrained myself. If she can forget about everything that's happened, just for now, why not? She'll end up remembering it all as we go to sleep anyway. About Rosenhide and her people. Had it just been Selphine and me today, I'm sure she wouldn't have been this bright and cheerful. I'm glad that Rune accompanied us today.
Rune, your gelato looks delicious!
Huh? Oh, yes, it's very tasty. It's, cold and, red.
What does color have to do with the flavor?
Oh, you two, why are you spoiling your appetites just before dinner? On the way, the two were enjoying ice cream they purchased from a vendor who had a frozen treat stand. To be specific, Selphine's was milk-flavored, and Rune's was strawberry.
Cause we're hungry!
I suppose that's true. At least she has an appetite. Well then, I guess we really should have some dinner.
Yeah, I'm super hungry!
All right then, where would you like to eat?
I want to eat something nice and hot!
Something hot? If that's the case.
Rune, eh? She's a real mystery. We've only just met, but I can't help but feel totally relaxed around her. A person this free of malice is certainly a rarity.
Ah!
Whoa!
Oh no, I dropped my ice cream.
I'm not going to think about the way she's just slightly off that makes me suspicious of her motives. I'm not.
Is something troubling you, Ritona? You're making a pained expression.
No, that's... Sorry.
What's this about all of a sudden?
You know what? Ma, go for it.
Good evening, ladies.
Just as we were conversing, a barker approached us.
Hope I don't mess this up. Evil's Tavern's got discounts this whole week. Stop by and have a look if you like.
Neville's Tavern, eh?
It's a tavern at the edge of town. Pretty famous since it's a long while back.
A tavern. Ergo a bar, a place for drinks.
We've just got some new ale up on tap. To celebrate, we got everything at 30% off.
Ritona, did you hear that? 30%! 30 whole percent!
30%. She said something one would never expect to hear from a princess who's lived in a royal palace all her life. Well, we can't buy any sediment, but we have more than enough money to get food. Why don't we go to a more typical restaurant instead of a tavern?
That is true, and that place has quite the peculiar atmosphere.
Well then, take this.
He hands Rune a small slip of paper.
A special coupon reserved only for lovely ladies such as yourself. Another 20% off! Half off everything!
So much!
What? You fall for it just because of a discount? She's never lived a life of wanting, so just where does this sense of chasing savings come from? You weren't raised to be like this.
Ritona, you sound just like her mom. Selphine seems to be pretty up for it, so why don't we just take a look at least? Would you like me to show you the way?
Well, it's a pain to think any further. I'll just let Selphine take the reins on this one. After a short walk, we emerge in a decidedly darker, dingier part of town. The ambiance of the entire place contrasted starkly with the central district of town where we'd shopped earlier in the day. There was a slight air of danger that wafted around. I couldn't even think of passing through an alleyway, even if it was a shortcut to some place. This place had that dark, desolate feel to it.
Like things are getting pretty interesting.
I wouldn't say interesting is the right word for this place.
Rune suddenly walks ahead of us. Milady, are you sure you want to have your dinner in a place like this?
Huh? What's wrong with it?
What's wrong, you say? Doesn't anything come to mind just looking around? Scary, for one?
Scary? Ah, I see. Not really. No, I mean, you're here with me. What's wrong, Ritona?
It's nothing. Just... you might want to exercise a little more caution, is all.
Fine. I thought Rune will bring us anywhere dangerous. Besides, even if something does happen, you're right here by my side. You'll be alright.
Goodness gracious. After 10 or so minutes, we arrive at an absurdly large building.
Here we are! This is Aville's Tavern.
We follow after Rune, pushing the doors open and... Nostrum. A huge wooden structure has an aroma of smoke and wood chips drifting from the air. It's just like one of those taverns you hear of in fairy tales. Selphine squatted down and stared at it and spread out all across the floor. The floor was covered in some kind of sawdust. Shells of some sort, leaving the original floor completely concealed.
It sure is a pretty interesting place, right? Have a look at that.
Rune pointed towards the middle of the building. What? That's enormous! The interior of the structure extended all the way to its 3 full stories, resembling a colosseum of sorts. The spiral staircases and large trees its motif extended all the way to the top floor. Stairs were used for delivering orders and such. Is that a real tree? Now that I think about it, large trees canopies are just all at the top, and this is the ceiling of the uppermost floor. You wouldn't notice it until you get close to it. You can see the night sky and the gaps between the leaves of the tree.
It is indeed. This entire place was constructed around this tree.
Marvelous! Truly marvelous, isn't it, Ritona?
What are they going to do when it rains? The interior is lined with casks and casks of alcohol. They seem to reach all the way to the 3rd floor. Do the casks serve as some kind of divider? Truly incredible architectural design.
This place is one of Claudia's main attractions. The brewery at Abel's is responsible for producing 60% of all liquor in Sector 3.
Brewery? You said?
Behind those casks is the brewery, separate from the tavern itself.
Is that so? Suddenly.
James.
Hey, everyone! Listen up!
We hear a voice from above, resonating through the entire tavern. And the entire place falls silent. As we look up, we see a man standing on the railing of the 2nd floor, a glass of beer in his hand.
Today, I've finally gotten myself canned from work. Now I don't ever have to see that damn boss man ever again.
Frank.
Time for...
Oh, wait, Senku, sorry. Go ahead.
Time for a celebratory drink. All you bastards in the tavern, your nuts drinks on me. Good old Hertzwann.
A flurry of cheering roars throughout.
Frank.
Hey, ain't that boss man of yours your old man?
You're damn right he is, the stupid old coot.
David, go ahead.
And I bet you're gonna be begging to head back tomorrow or the day after.
Oh, bite me. Like hell I'm gonna do that.
Keep it coming, Hertzwann. Here's some more free booze.
Sure. More free booze for you. Just give me a job first.
Look.
Hey, if you get fired, just how the hell are you gonna pay for all the booze you're giving out? Well, of course I sure as hell can't, you numbskull! Looks like I'm washing dishes for you for your month!
Cristina.
Wow, Hertzwann, you're such a gorgeous gent!
Oh? That's so? Well, why don't you marry me?
Over my dead body!
Everyone laughed at the story.
Alright! Bottoms up, everyone!
Every single person in the tavern goes woohoo as they all share a hearty toast. The cheers roared with an intensity that shook you to your very core. This place sure is something.
That's just how this place is, so I suppose for you two it might be a little...
Well, I'm already used to it, so I don't mind. So I feel much more ready for this place. We ought to find a quiet place.
What?
She's got that sparkle in her eyes.
Ritona, let's in here, okay? On here!
But if some kind of trouble popped up, we...
Later! Like a table for me, please!
And in an instant, Selphine vanishes from my sight.
Mom.
Yes, ma'am. I'm a little busy here, so you just seat yourself inside.
Aye aye!
What? Selphine!
What? Really? We're eating here?
Country for merrymaking must run in the losing grade. Just what I plan to do if something happens.
Fine! Everyone's having so much fun!
That doesn't even make any sense.
I really love places like these. It's so fun and warm and cozy.
King Vala also had this side to him. He didn't place any distance between himself and his people. The king was close to his citizens. On the surface, you'd think it was a wonderful, charming thing. However, things weren't actually that simple. Royalty must always stand atop others. Without a strong, charismatic presence, the citizenry will become uneasy. A king who's friendly with the citizens is nothing but the stuff of fantasy. From what I've heard, King Vala was quite troubled with this during his youth. There has to be an appropriate distance between a leader and his followers, otherwise that relationship will cease to be. Sooner or later, Selphine has to come to that realization as well. Should I caution her? I take a quick glance at Selphine beside me. Selphine stuffed her mouth with walnuts, but looking happy but oh so undignified.
Yeah, it's a great time. I don't know.
Don't get so happy over a bunch of walnuts! A hamster! A hamster is in our midst. A princess like her... a princess like her is enjoying something so pedestrian. Selphine had such a carefree smile on her face. More so than usual. She sure is nuts for those nuts.
Selphine, your face looks so funny.
Rune laughs.
English!
Selphine laughs along with her.
Oh, you can just toss the shells onto the floor.
on the floors of shells! That's pretty cool, isn't it, Ritona? Like Rune said!
Oh, well, never mind. She's having fun anyway.
Really, though, it's been so long since I've come here.
Did you come here regularly before?
Nope, just once, a while back.
Is that so? Well, I suppose that makes sense. These kinds of places don't suit you at all either, Rune.
You think so?
This isn't the kind of place a girl all by herself would go.
Well, I suppose that is true.
Hey, why don't we even order food?
Point taken.
You look at the menu and choose from there. Everything that's being served here is written in there.
Rune hands me a thick booklet placed at the edge of the table.
Wow, it's so thick! What is this?
These drawings are pretty impressive. The menu had numerous drawings of some of the dishes. It's not watercolor. It looks somewhat like graphite lead, but there's color? This is the outer pole, so they wouldn't have used mana to make these either. Just what kind of drawing technique did they employ to come up with such realistic pictures? The level of detail present in these drawings is beyond what the human hand can achieve.
Those aren't drawings, but what we call photographs.
Photographs?
Yes. Actually, do you not have menus where you come from? How do you order things then?
Huh? Well,
Normally, it was set up such that whenever you enter the establishment, a Cumcraft line would be activated. From the line, a list of ingredients would flow into your conscious. Just by entering the shop, you would already know everything they serve. There'd be no point in leaving these bundles of paper at every table. A menu, eh? Pretty inefficient way of doing things. But they have no choice. There's no mana here. Something similar to this. We have a lot of small establishments from where we are. There's usually a large display board hung just above the kitchen. Apparently that's how it was like before the advent of Cumcraft. I've only ever seen mock-ups of it though.
Huh. These cultural differences sure are interesting, huh? Even with something as simple as this.
yeah, the countries definitely are different from each other.
Now, what should we... I can feel a strange aura from beside me. What the... Selphine looks completely different! Her eyes are so affixed to the menu with an expression more serious than I've ever seen. Could it be? I'd say those eyes are ones able to see things that no normal person could see. Stern, dignified, clear eyes. The eyes of royalty. Has she finally awakened? But why now? Why here? What's the matter, milady? I feel her gaze pierce my very being.
What's wrong, Selphine?
It's not Rune.
Yes?
I can't read this menu.
Well, I suppose that much was obvious. We relied on Rune in tough times, so I didn't realize it until now, but we can't actually read the language. Verbatim can only interpret what is audible, not written.
Miss Selphine? If you just told me, then I would gladly help you read. Please, don't make such a scary face.
Hey? Thanks!
Selphine doesn't even notice? Rune's gone totally pale from seeing her expression.
I'll take everything!
No, you won't. Absolutely not.
Everything looks so delicious. I can't decide.
Just how much do you plan to eat? You're going to get fat.
I'll be fine. I'm already this hungry.
That's no excuse.
But Ritona, look! Everything just looks so tasty!
That doesn't mean we can just order every single thing.
Oh, then how about ordering the sampler then? It has many of the items in the menu, but in bite-sized portions.
Take that then!
I'd like something easy on the stomach. Is there anything like that?
A dish that's easy to digest. Well, there's really just soup, I suppose.
Then I'll go with that. A line of servers brought each and every single dish on the menu to our table.
Wow! This looks amazing!
Selphine's order of samplers completely covered the entire table. This is quite a lot of food. Can she even finish all this?
It looks delicious!
Mind your manners. Seriously.
Oh, come on! Why not, Ritona? It's time to get some grub!
Selphine is getting so excited that her persona is already giving way.
You two are just too funny. Don't tell me you're actually traveling entertainers.
Funny? Absolutely not.
Oh, Ritona, are you alright with just soup? Is that going to be enough for you?
Yes. I'd like something light for tonight. It might be because of the flow of mana here is weak, but I have no appetite.
Ritona, don't eat anything, you won't get any energy!
I realize that, milady. But honestly, I just can't get rid of this feeling of languidness. I don't particularly feel bad, but it's like the chill you feel right before a strong fever sets in. The feeling of your very bones weakening.
Oh, right! They said that the discounts are to celebrate the new ale, right? How about you try some of that?
What?
Ritona, are you alright with ale?
That's a mighty fine question here, Rune! No need to hide anything now. Ritona here can match her drink with any man, even one bigger than me!
I panic and cover Selphine's mouth. I'd rather she not say too much.
Ritona, are you a heavy drinker?
No! Not even the slightest.
Indeed she is! Ritona is a real aficionado of alcohol!
Selphine escapes my grasp and proclaims that in a loud voice. There's no need to shout.
Well, then we should really order some. Here, they say that alcohol is the best medicine. I'm sure it'll help you feel better. And Avil's Tavern's ale is really famous. I've always wanted to try it myself, too.
Is it alright for me to do something so prudent?
Excuse me, waiter! We'll take 2 steins of your new ale!
Wait, since when were you the one in charge of ordering? How sly.
Now have a glass of pomegranate juice!
Got it. Just a moment.
In less than 10 seconds, he casually pours beer into a couple of steins.
Starting off with some ale, ladies. You all look pretty young, too.
We heard that the new brews always sell out quickly, so we figured we ought to have a head start.
You sure did. They're nice and cold thanks to our new aqua box. Enjoy!
Okay, that toast to our new friendship!
I'd drink to that.
The three of us clink our glasses together. Oh, this is good. Really good. There are very few places where you can get through this good in Rosenheim.
Oh, wonderful. It's the first time all day that I've seen you relax like this.
It is? Have I been edging? Have I been on edge all day?
You were totally serious the whole day!
Is that so? I must have been more tired than I realized.
That was delicious!
It sure was.
Perhaps because of the ale, I was able to eat much more than I thought I could. Well then, let's settle the bill and head back to... What the? That sounded like a lot of glassware shattering nearby.
Cristina?
What's going on?
Please, wait here, you two. I leap out of my seat and head towards the sound.
Frank, go for it.
You better keep your word. That's what a real man does, right? Right?
Don't give me that bull about being a man when you can't even pay for your own damn drink, you mooch!
That Hertzwann fellow from earlier was quarreling with a man much larger than him.
What the hell did you say to me? You...
The man smashed a wooden table twice as thick as his arm in two like it was nothing.
What's with that man?
A subject.
Both of you, please stand back.
Perfect timing. I've always wanted to see how the body
What the heck? The man pulls out a cask from the packed wall using just one hand without even breaking a sweat. And then...
Hey, what are you up to? Hey!
he lifts the cask up overhead, its size even larger than his entire body. Is that cask full of alcohol? It was a surreal scene. So surreal that the jeering bystanders were silenced.
Don't tell me you're gonna hurl that thing at me! Are you gonna kill a man over some lousy tab?
Yeah, I will. That'll teach you I'll just run your mouth off.
Hey, you! What the hell are you doing?
He flung an empty stool in the air as he was shouting in response. The heavy bar stool zoomed through the air in a straight line. The waiter just barely managed to dodge the stool. which quickly smashed into the wall behind him, breaking apart into pieces.
If you don't want to die, then back the hell off.
Ritona!
I'm working on it! Damn. Mana in the air is too thin. I can't get the synergy right. I just have to do this with my own mana. Please, make it in time. I begin to refine my internal purified mana into Terra and Pyro. Right ratio. Right timing. The right synergy. Terra. Pyro. Materialization. Polishing. Cooling.
Stop screwing around! You can still stop this! Calm the hell down!
Finished. I'd leap off the ground. Please let me get there in time. Then suddenly,
Run in your mouth, gush into this mess, you little piece of...
a shadow flies through the corner of my eye. For a moment, I couldn't tell what exactly happened. Hertzwann had vanished from in front of me. And in his place was... Rune's body, flying from the impact of being struck by the cask.
Huh? What the heck just...
You bastard! I use the nearby table as a launching pad and jump. Using all of my strength, I swing my sword downwards. The sword met no resistance. It was a clean slice. The cask was cleaved in two, spilling ale all over the tavern.
What?
The man loses his balance and falls flat on his rear.
Oh, what the hell, you... What?
His eyes are fixated on the strange object pointed at his throat.
A transparent sword?
This glass sword can cut through even metal. Your neck is nothing in comparison. It'll cut easily through it like a hot knife through butter. Listen, I'm only going to say this once. Don't move.
Why, you little...
He screams at me with hate, but our match is already over. As I've got his neck pinned to the ground, the clattering of his boots against the floor tells me all I need to know. Milady, how is Rune?
Oh! A reaction. Owie.
Rune, are you okay? Packed you up in a sack, okay? What? Wait.
Oh, sorry, I must have tripped.
You tripped?
What's wrong?
There isn't a single scratch on her.
What? Are you sure you're fine? Rune just rose to her feet without a single mark or bruise.
I'm fine. Really, I just tripped a little.
No, that's impossible.
I'm 100% A-OK. Just look at me. Perfectly healthy.
Hey, you three! Wait a minute! Dang. Really, thanks for the help back there. If you girls weren't around, I'd have been pushing up daisies by now.
No, I didn't do a thing. Save your gratitude for this girl.
Oh no, I didn't do anything either. I just happened to be around, and then I accidentally tripped.
This girl. She is still terrible at lying.
Wait, aren't you?
He takes a close look at Rune.
Nah, that can't be. It's nothing. Never mind. Well, anyway, seriously, thanks. Please, could y'all let me do something in return for the favor?
Oh my, you don't need to, really. Wait. On your shirt, does that read Gruely's Apparel?
Heck yeah, it does. The name's Hertzwann Gruely, second generation owner of Gruely's Apparel.
So you are. Then that's perfect timing.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, actually,
Rune explained our predicament to her Hertzwann.
so as you can see, these two girls really stand out, so we've been looking for a new set of clothes.
Oh, is that it? Well, then leave it to me. I'll stitch you up some clothes even nicer than what my old man could ever put out. Come with me.
Wait, we're going there right this moment?
It's fine, right? The night's still young. Let me do you this much, okay? Besides, you'd rather have this done as soon as you can, correct?
Well, that is true. Just how is he going to tailor while drunk?
Gotta strike while the iron's hot, and I'm in the mood. You let me do this tonight, and I'm not even gonna ask you what these are for. Once tomorrow hits, then I'll be all sobered up, and my curiosity is just gonna get the better of me, you know?
That's just ridiculous.
Can we pause for us?
I sure as hell am. You girls are my saviors. These outfits are gonna be the best I will make.
Wow! Ritona, look! This fabric feels really good.
Oh, this is quite...
Wow, you two look fantastic!
Of course they do. Who do you think I am?
I was totally taken unawares. Hertzwann's tailoring was second to none.
Anyways, I made them nice and simple like you asked me to, but the models using the clothes are just too beautiful, and they stand out anyway.
Hertzwann keeps looking back at Selphine as he tilts his head.
Little the Great Mom?
Well, of course. She was born to a king said to be the most handsome of the land, and a queen blessed with both looks and intelligence. If she weren't beautiful, I'd be fine like a complaint to Mother Nature herself.
Still though, miss.
Do you mean me?
How do you like your outfit? I can't say it's the most original color palette I've ever tailored up. Black on black with a shade of gray. You're quite the looker yourself. Don't you want to put on a little more color? I think it'd look great on you.
No, I'm fine with this. The color black has a tendency to absorb mana. As mana is absorbed into your clothing, it becomes easier to feel the levels of mana around you. For battle crafters who can start and finish a craft in a split second, It isn't rare that wearing black can tip the outcome of a battle. Mana crafters always have to keep that function in mind for their clothing.
Putting on cloaks, though. That style's 30 years old, you two.
Do you think so? I think they look really cute.
Oh, I see. Well, thanks for letting me know that. Well, pretty young ladies like yourselves really are the best for modeling this stuff.
Modeling for what?
Trends! Fashion! It's always a changing. The fact that you girls like this kind of look is proof that it'll be the in thing again soon.
You've got a point there.
Boy, oh boy. It's been a long time since I've done up some outfits this pretty. Feels great.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hertzwann.
Anytime.
Wait, weren't you fired? Can we just waltz in here and do all this?
Yeah, it's fine. That old coot just says whatever he wants to, so you gotta learn to let it go. Otherwise, you ain't gonna last.
What happened between you two?
He said something real crazy to me. Insane. Absurd. Totally not something you'd ever say to your own flesh and blood son.
A family business, eh? It's not something that'll always go smoothly. What did he say to you?
He told me not to drink while I'm on the job.
That sounds perfectly rational to me. You were clearly in the wrong there.
I was tailoring up some suits for a bro's wedding. It's like the rule that you drink to celebrate good times.
There is no such rule.
David.
Yo, Hertzwann! You okay from earlier?
Ah! Sorry, ladies. Give me just a moment here.
Hertzwann steps aside and begins to converse with a couple who passed by.
Abigail makes it so easy to move.
Indeed.
You two look really great in those outfits.
He really wasn't joking. The materials he used are fantastic. The quality of the cloth is just as good, maybe even better than my formal wear outfit.
I wonder how much this would have cost us if we were gonna pay.
What's with that dry laugh?
I took a look at the store's price list earlier.
How much would this have been?
You know what they say. Ignorance is bliss.
Was it that expensive? Just who is this Hertzwann fellow?
Sorry about that, ladies.
That your friend?
Yeah. Well, actually, he's just a guy I bump into sometimes at Abel's.
Cristina.
Hertzwann, I heard you picked a fight in the tavern. Is that true?
Huh? It wasn't a big deal.
Don't put too much worry on my fragile little heart now, okay?
Worry you? Me?
Again, Hertzwann heads over to converse with the lady who passed us by.
Oh, if you say so then.
Come on, no need to put it out like that. Let's head over there sometime for dinner next time. Just the two of us, what do you say?
Not a chance.
Not even a chance?
Well, if you insist.
Heck yeah, I do. I'm up for it any time.
After they finish talking, the lady leaves.
Sorry for bailing again.
You sure know a lot of people.
We're the only place here that tailors up formal outfits. When you've been doing it for this long, you and your customers are practically best buddies.
Hertzwann takes out a flask of alcohol and swirls it around, inhaling the vapors. Don't you think you've been drinking too much? You should slow your pace a little.
Oh, it's fine. I gotta do this. It's part of my job, too.
Drinking is a part of your job?
Yeah, it sure is. This city needs a village idiot, a class act, someone to bring on the laughter.
What do you mean by that?
Everyone in the city's tired, exhausted. These here parts, every day there's news about how mana-related sicknesses are spreading, or how the outer pole's borders are shrinking. It just gets to you. Everyone's on edge.
The borders of the outer pole are shrinking? I've never heard of that phenomenon before.
Actually, now that you mention it, we haven't heard any good information about that in a while.
But ladies, you know, it's times like these, tough times, that people have to laugh, to smile. We gotta enjoy every single day we're on this planet.
Mr. Hertzwann?
What?
I think that you're a fantastic person.
This ain't nothing. I just love my booze.
Hertzwann laughed up a storm.
Anyways. Thanks.
No way, really?
Interesting, isn't it? Oh, and food! Farming and agriculture are just booming back in my country.
That's incredible!
You know, right?
Just amazing, really.
Exactly!
Your homeland seems like such a fun place. I'm so envious. You're from such a wonderful place. Why would you want to leave just to travel?
Well...
Oh, did I say something I shouldn't have?
Let's just say we have some things to deal with. To put it another way, we're not so much traveling as we are making our way back home. We didn't intend for this to happen.
Oh, I'm sorry for bringing all that up.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I've never been to Sane Ardrida myself, but from what I hear, the continent's pretty far away, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's on the complete opposite side of the planet. There isn't a place farther than that. Curses. It's the age of exploration right now. While it may sound like the perfect time to adventure, the truth is that all the other nations are busy trying to protect and expand their own territories. It's utter chaos. Honestly, we need to get back home as soon as we can, but we're in a bind. We're absolute novices at traveling, so we don't even know how long the journey will take.
Does that mean that I've done nothing but get in your way as I was dragging you all over town?
It's nothing to be concerned about at all, Rune. We were only able to gather this much in supplies with the amount of money we had thanks to Rune, after all.
That's right. We're really grateful to you, Rune. So hold your head up high, okay?
Okay. Well, thanks very much for everything today.
Oh, the gratitude is all ours. Thanks so much for helping us out today, Rune.
I share her sentiments. You have my gratitude, Rune.
Oh, I know. Hey, Rune.
Huh? What is it?
Accelerate.
What? Huh?
Okay, you do this.
Selphine sticks her hand out with her thumb and pinky spread out, while the other 3 fingers are kept together. Rune mimics Selphine's gesture, and they do a Rosenheide-style handshake.
Good job, Rune.
What was that?
The cereal. It's a greeting we say in our country's native language. It means luck be with you.
Ritona?
Every encounter, luck is part of the beginning and of the end. It's one of the traditional sayings we have from our country. Whenever you greet or say goodbye to someone, you tell them, Selphine.
Selphine? This has to be the best, funnest day I've had in my entire life. Your kindness brings me to tears.
Oh, don't exaggerate.
Ritona, visceral to you too.
Yeah, the cereal. I shake her hand. She sure cries easily. Well, the sun's totally set now. We can walk you back.
Yeah?
Did she just say yeah?
It's alright, I'm fine. No need to worry about me. I don't think anyone in the city would even think about doing stuff to me, like kidnapping or whatever. Anyway, moving on.
Yes?
Will you two be leaving town by tomorrow?
That's the plan. Tomorrow morning.
Is that so?
Why do you ask?
What about evening? No, noon. Could you please wait for me until noon?
Hey, Ritona, you awake?
I am.
What do we do tomorrow?
Do you mean about Rune?
There's something I'd like to give you.
I don't think she has any hidden intentions. I've kept an eye on her behavior all day today, and she seems to genuinely be doing this out of kindness.
Of course she is, Ritona. You've always been so suspicious of everyone.
I'm your guardian, after all. Just treat it like an occupational disease.
You know, we've been together for so long, right? I wonder what she wants to give us, though.
Well, shall we extend our stay to just noontime tomorrow then?
Of course! We've managed to make a friend. Who knows when the next time we'll meet one will be?
I can understand what you're feeling exactly. She certainly had her She certainly had her peculiarities, but I've grown rather fond of Rune as well.
Who wouldn't? But no, we need to get back to Risenheim as soon as we can. I figure another few hours wouldn't hurt.
There's another reason why we need to leave this place as soon as we can, however. This place, the Outer Pole, is called that because it's beyond the reach of mana streams emanating from the 4 mana poles.
Yeah, I know that much. And it's because there's so little mana that sediment costs so much, right?
Indeed. By the way, how are you feeling right now?
Huh? Well, I guess I'm pretty tired. We did do quite a lot of walking, you know.
That's not what I meant. It's true that we've expended quite a lot of our stamina. However, the exhaustion you're feeling stems primarily from the lack of mana. Our bodies are not accustomed to a land with this little mana. It's akin to a place that doesn't have enough oxygen.
Is that dangerous?
It will be quite taxing on your body, but it's nothing life-threatening. What is dangerous, however, is that your body will acclimatize to the lack of mana.
Is acclimatizing a bad thing?
Don't you think it's rather strange? Apart from special areas like these, mana is present all throughout the planet. If the mana present in that area is so lacking that it's obstructing your way of life, then you can just move elsewhere. So why don't the people of the Outer Pole do the same?
Oh.
The reason is simple. Even if they wanted to, they can't leave. Being raised in a land rich with mana, staying for a short while in a place that has much less of it isn't too difficult. Our bodies will eventually get used to the small amount of mana and we can continue with our lives as normal. However, the opposite of that is not possible.
Why not?
A person's mana system develops in the first 6 to 9 months of their life, based on the concentration of mana in their surroundings. This process determines their internal absolute limit for storing mana. For the rest of that person's life, their body will continue to take in mana from the atmosphere according to this limit. However, for people who were born and raised in the Outer Pole, this limit is as good as 0. Their bodies cannot metabolize mana. If someone like that were to go to a place with an incredibly high concentration of mana, there is a phenomenon where the mana present in the air forces itself into the body. Seeing as this mana cannot be metabolized by the body, do you know what it is to the body?
It's poison.
Yes. In other words, mana shock occurs.
Oh, but maybe they could just slowly get used to more and more mana.
Even if they weaken their mana consumption rate, it's said that it's something that can't be trained up. The fact that there are no people leaving the Outer Pole is proof of this. For those who've grown up with mana, there's no resource more valuable. But for those who have no connection to it, there isn't a thing more dangerous. It's similar to taking a fish that can only live in fresh water and suddenly tossing it into salt water. And that is the other reason as to why we need to leave as soon as possible. This is only based on what I've heard, but our bodies can only last for 5 days. We absolutely cannot spend any longer than that in the outer pole. If we don't take care, then we may be forever confined to this place. Knowing all this, do you still intend to wait till noon tomorrow? Very well then.
Once we got back to Rosenheim, I was gonna send Rune an invitation and ask her to come over and visit us. But with Mana shock and all, that's not possible, is it?
No, it's not.
And that means our meeting tomorrow with her is her last. We've known each other for a really short time, but that doesn't change the fact that Rune is my friend. Because if I can't even treasure my friends, then being able to treasure the people in my country would be impossible for me. Sorry, Ritona. I know that I'm being selfish, and that I'm dragging you along into more danger.
Nonsense, milady. Your will is mine.
Really? I'm so sorry.
Don't be. I think your sentiment is truly admirable. Please, trust your discernment. I will stand by your decision, no matter what.
Wait!
It's 12:20.
Let's wait a little longer. Just a little longer. And she still doesn't come.
Are to Selphine and Ritona?
We turn around to find a tall man standing behind us. My full attention focuses straight on his eyes. They were sharp, almost combative, and weren't the kind to just let anyone get close to him. Maybe he was born with them? Just what kind of life would one have lived to get such a sad gaze like that?
And you are?
My name is Rune Selvitz, CEO of the Selvitz company. No, I suppose that title means nothing to the likes of you two. Long story short, I'm Sarah's owner.
Sarah?
Owner of Sarah? Is that some kind of store?
That's the thing that was accompanying you the night before.
Tonight? You mean the girl we were with yesterday? Rune?
What?
Upon hearing the name, his face stiffens up.
Calling yourself Rune now, is that right?
Yes, she was.
Huh.
Rune lets out an exasperated sigh.
Let's get one thing straight. I don't know what lies that thing has told you, but what you spent the entirety of yesterday with is, without a doubt, Sarah.
Would you please stop addressing Rune as if she were a thing?
What's wrong referring to an object as an object?
Why you? I glared at him with intent to intimidate. Just what do you want with us?
Oh, is Is that so?
Rudo seems to have come to a conclusion of sorts, as he silently approaches me straight on. As we stand right across from each other, the difference's height become glaringly obvious. I only just barely came up to his chin. I instinctively got myself into a defensive stance. And then...
Your eyes are absolutely exquisite.
Time stops. My body is frozen still. I break out in a cold sweat all over my body.
The lush brilliance, deep colors your irises. Such splendid eyes, as if they were radiating a faint glow of light.
It was nothing more than cringeworthy cliched lines, one after the other. What should have, had the gaze in his eyes staring straight at me not been swirling full of hatred and anger?
I see. I've heard you were travelers, but for you to have been outsiders...
What do you want from us?
So be it.
Rudo distances himself again from us. Just who is this man? There has to be a limit to how far you can take xenophobia.
Ritona, are you okay?
I'm fine. That just caught me by surprise, that's all.
Back to the topic at hand. What on earth did you tell Sarah? I can imagine what could inspire her to take such unexplainable actions.
Just a moment here! I'm telling you the girl we were with yesterday was Rune! If you're gonna keep insisting that she's Sarah, then we'd like to see some proof!
Unfortunately, I don't have the time to explain everything just for you. Let's put it this way. I'm just her overseer.
You're Rune's overseer? You haven't been making sense at all this entire time.
This morning we found Sarah laboring my company's mines with sediment on his person.
What?
Mine?
We're currently excavating it. Sarah must have thought we would notice it taking some class 4 sediment. Stealing from the mines just to give it to people like you, outsiders. What is he thinking? I swear.
Excavating?
Well, it's just that the work that I do is a little special. It's a pretty unique way of making a living in this place.
Don't tell me. No way. Rune is a Mana mine worker?
Just how slow do you have to be? Look, Rune does not exist.
Okay, look. Whoever we were with yesterday, Sarah, was it? Is she a laborer in a Mana mine?
She is. What of it?
This is an outrage. Are you insane? Working in a Mana mine with that frail, dainty body. She couldn't possibly be doing this of her own will.
Own will? There's no such thing. I give it orders and he carries them out. That's all there is to it.
Do you mean to say she's a slave?
What?
Are you treating Rune as a slave? Does this country still practice slavery?
This is just too much. You said I made friends with Sarah, but but for it to not have told you something so important. Considering you're friends, you ought to be exasperated.
Please answer me. Is Rune a slave under your possession?
Selphine.
That's a preposterous question. My time isn't worth having to educate people who misconstrued this entire situation, like you, from the very beginning. I've little to gain once you do understand.
So you go out of your way to meet us, but you won't even tell us anything?
Now, no need to look so disappointed. I came here to pay you back for your time.
As he speaks to us, he takes out a finely shaped sediment from his pocket. The sediment was as clear as glass, without a single impurity. Class 1 sediment. Considering how much sediment costs in the outer pole, one has to wonder just how much this would cost.
You two wanted some sediment, am I right? Here, I kept you waiting, so take this.
No, thank you. Rather than that, we'd like to hear the full story behind all this.
That's too much trouble, so I just skipped to the end. Rune is not a slave. The two aren't even remotely comparable. To make things clear and simple, it broke the company's rules. I've taken the best steps possible to make sure that this doesn't happen again. If you want any more information beyond that, you conduct your own investigation. Now, if you excuse me...
Wait!
What?
What will happen to Rune? No. Sarah.
Why do you have to concern yourselves with that?
Because she's her friend!
Selphine immediately responds in a loud voice, her patience seeming to have run dry.
Rune stole some sediment. That's the issue here, right? Then I'll just pay you back for it. So don't do anything to Rune!
And here I was wondering what you had to say. You do realize that the entire incident happened because you don't have the money to actually pay for sediment, right?
Well, that may be the case for us right now, but once we return home...
You're telling me to trust someone who I've only just met? This isn't something you can solve with just your emotions.
Rune once again begins to walk away. Wait! I'm a mana crafter!
Ritona!
If you can give me any empty sediment, I can fill it with purified mana. With stones the size that you're holding, I can easily top up 10, even 20 of them. Well, how about that? Will we still have a problem?
You're a rather desperate girl, especially for you to make such remarks in a public place like this. Here, I thought you had your head on straight. I suppose I overestimated you.
Purified mana from a human. It's an extremely valuable resource in these parts, right? I'd say it's quite a good deal.
Good grief. How utterly naive. Look, let me share some insight with you. When it comes to crime and punishment, the system does not exist simply to fix the crime. There must be a system that can reform the behavior and psyche of whoever committed the crime. Apologies and respirations are just a byproduct, a formality, in other words, nothing more.
Isn't there anything at all that we can do?
Nothing. The fact that I, the victim of this matter, haven't demanded anything from you means that the matter's already been resolved. I simply came here so I could hear your side of things. It doesn't look like there's any point in that. More importantly, believe I better not forget about mana shock. Out around here long enough, you won't be able to leave the outer pole. Especially you, with the red eyes. Based on the glow in your eyes, I'll say you have 3 days left here.
Excuse me?
I'm talking about mana shock. You're from the outside, right? Then there's no way you don't know about it.
You can find out that much just by looking into someone's eyes? Who is this man?
Leave. That's the best course of action for you right now. Well, when I end up being unable to leave the outer pole for the rest of your life, then that's a different story.
Udo finally parts from us, leaving behind that final sardonic remark.
It's thank you, Ritona.